Ciao everyone, my name is Akio Morita and I'm here to tell you about cocktail in DripLab. Today we met these cool guys at DripLab and teach me how to make cocktail. Look at this. Oh, awesome. Akio.
We're giving air to the voice.
We giving air to the boys, my brother.
Subscribe. And you guys.
My name is Francis.
My name is Milan.
I'm Eric.
Okay. Can you tell us about DripLab? Why did you create it? Or how did you create it?
What were we thinking?
Yeah. So I think Eric is the one to tell this story because he's the one brought all of us together. So.
I started a F&B company with other different partners, and F&B is food, stands for food and beverage, right?
Yeah.
But my partners were only going the food way, and since I'm a professional bartender since 12 years, I was feeling a little bit left away, so I decided to leave that company and focus on my drinks because it's my passion. He's my best friend. He's my best friend also. He was with me in my previous company and also didn't like the orientation that the company was getting. And he have a family distillery for 300 years.
Wow.
So I was thinking, he loves drinks, he don't like the company, let's make a new one. And let's make it with drinks.
Well, let's make it clear, he also likes drinks.
Yeah.
So what made you come up with the whole concept of the distillery? And because this is something unique, I don't think I've seen this.
As he said, like my background is distillation, right? So we are Serbian moonshiners for 3 centuries. So when I came here, it is my first flatmate, right? In China, it was 4.5 years ago. So first week we met, he was like, "What do you do?" I said, "I have a distillery." "What do you do?" "I'm bartender." "So you can make alcohol?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, let's make." So we start making rum from bananas, from kiwis, from mangoes, like a bunch of different stuff. And then we went different directions. Like I start my own company, start doing trading, and then I realized I'm gonna lose my hair. And from trading, fast money, but also fast death. So then we team up, all of us, and come up with this concept like that we're gonna do like draft cocktails. Like we're gonna distill our own alcohol, and then he's gonna come up with the recipes how to mix them, and we're gonna make our own brand. Like later we come up with all this concept with a lab style, which is where Francis also helped because he would like to make everything clean and neat. Okay.
So how was the public responding to the brand?
Very Chinese.
Honestly though, for this kind of design, it's very, very new in Shenzhen actually. It's very underground. It's very experimental. You can see everything you can see is in that specific hexagonal shape, right? The reason why I do this is because everything we do has an experimental phase in it. What we do is that we do cocktails on draft specifically because it's kind of the same concept of beer, but whenever you pull the tap, we have the tap system over there, it comes out in a cocktail, right? So therefore we don't actually need a bartender to do it. We don't need an experienced bartender. We don't actually need an experienced person or service person to do it, right? All they have to do is take a glass, put ice in there, and then they pull the tap, and then a ready-made cocktail, you can drink it out of the tap, right? You don't need to shake it, you don't need to stir it, you don't need to, maybe you just need to garnish it, right? So to preserve that taste, to have that texture, to have that flavor, and not go bad, and no like layering of alcohol with the liquids, right? This needs research and development. This is where actually Eric and Milan comes into it. It's their expertise. So we call this the DripLab, and it's very experimental for us because all these things need some time. They need to develop, right?
Now, DripLab demonstrates one of the 7 components of a comprehensive brand strategy brilliantly. What are they doing in Shenzhen? Well, Shenzhen doesn't really have a culture yet because it's only been around for 40 years. And they're building a culture with a variety of people from Mexico, Brazil, Africa, Italy, you name it. They're bringing the culture to the people. They're involving their business with their tribe, if I'll say, their customers. They're making their customers feel home. And this is gaining brand recognition. And why I think this strategy is brilliant. It connects with people and it lets people understand the purpose of what you're doing. Remember, Eric used to work in a food place and they didn't have what he was passionate about. So by the time he built a brand, he made sure that his brand is able to connect with the people and people know why they're passionate about it. So they demonstrate one of the 7 components of a comprehensive brand, and they do it brilliantly by building a tribe with the people. So this is why DripLab is a great brand.
We are very careful in the ingredients we pick because when you use barrels to put your cocktail inside, you cannot have any organic material going inside because it will decompose. It will damage the whole cocktail, right?
Okay.
So everything you use have to be very, 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 very clean. So
No fruits, no spices, no stuff, right?
for sour components, we use different ingredients. Basically, it's acids. You have citric acid, which is found inside of lemon. And it's what it makes you feel the acidity when you bite a lemon or a lime. It's citric acid. So we extract the citric acid, and it's like here it's like a 5% solution of citric acid, for example. We can use malic acid that come from apples, ascorbic acid that come from wine, different kind of acids, because every fruit acidity is from a different kind of acid.
And the second component we use is the sweet component, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically sugar and the flavor found in fruits. So the ones that we can buy in China, so like mostly in Shenzhen, we buy tropical fruits, right? And for the one that are more like European, we will import, right, their own syrups. We're working on it that we can make like all the flavors our own, but still not there yet, right? So one sweet component, one sour component, and then alcohol. So for
in this case, well, because we have it very handy, this is rum. It's agricole rum, which means it's made the French style, and it's 40%. It's nothing special, just so white rum. This cocktail that we are doing now, it's just freestyle because you guys came here and this is what we have handy.
We're gonna call it Akio special.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have a cocktail named after me.
we normally make a lot of research, but the base of a cocktail, the most simplicity of a cocktail is sweet, sour, and alcohol. And this is what we're gonna do now. Okay. Just mix the ingredients together. And you see there is a lot of alcohol going in, but actually our tongue is really funny because when our tongue it's detecting sweet and sour, it's too busy detecting these 2 flavors that it forgets about the alcohol flavor. This is why we put a lot of alcohol, we put a lot of sugar and lemon in the cocktails. It's like a trick that bartenders have to hide the alcohol flavor.
Now, emotions. Well, back in the day, people had this persona that they would showcase in business and would not like to connect with their clients. Now, we live in a new generation where we can connect through social media, and it's now very important to show your emotional connections with your client base, right? So DripLab demonstrates an emotional connection, which is one of the 7 comprehensive components of a brand strategy. They do this by, just getting to know the people and letting the people know what their brand feel is. I like one unique concept they do on Fridays. They have tattoo night, You don't really see most bars doing that, or every Sunday they have the Afro party, which just introduces people to different cultures. So they're getting connected with people on an emotional level, whether it's from their respective countries, from China, you know, they're connecting with people on an emotional level, and that's very important when you're building a brand. It establishes trust, you know. Brand recognition is by trust, right? You're getting to know your people and you're building the culture, so they demonstrate an emotional connection, and emotion is one of the 7 comprehensive brand strategies. So that is why I think DripLab's brand strategy is unique and perfect.
This is a minus 20 degrees. It's where we do our ice.
So basically, every glass have a different size of ice. What I have handy here is brick that is 4.5 by 4.5, should be times 7. So let me capture a piece of ice.
Yeah.
Food safe, or like my fingers safe.
It's for the show, just.
So basically, this piece of ice is perfect size for this glass, and then we know the rest we pour will be exactly 200 milliliters. Here you go, sexy boy. Okay.
I can't detect the alcohol.
There is, yeah.
Amazing. This is DripLab, you know, and no, there are no gay scenes here.
Yeah, we kind of make a good, you know.
So thanks for tuning in, and I'm about to get drunk here, so.
It's okay, we will take care of you.
Okay. Is there any secret you'd like to share with people?
Actually, we don't want to share any secrets, yeah.
Our
any
concept
tips?
depends on other people not knowing our secrets, right?
No,
This is what makes
there is no secret. Everything we know, we learn through the way. There is no secret teaching here. Just if you're passionate about anything, read books, talk with other people, and you will get here.
Yeah, follow interesting
Yeah.
YouTube channels.
Hard
like
work,
Akio's.
yeah.
Okay.
Hard work and perseverance is the only
There is
secret.
one advice for like people in F&B is like it's not always important to make a lot of money. So you should never go like, but this supplier have the vodka for like 30 kwai.
Yeah.
So what the fuck you think is made from? What a beat you think is made from? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
30
yeah.
kwai, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
don't go for a fucking fake alcohol. Get like a decent
Authentic
brands,
alcohol.
different authentic alcohol.
Yes.
Different ingredients, mix them together, get fucked up and lose virginity in the toilet, but don't make fake booze.
Okay, so cheap is not always better.
Exactly.
Understand? To have an authentic brand, get authentic alcohol.
Exactly.
Okay.
Basically, it's don't give to your customers whatever you don't want to put inside you.
Or even better, like
Yeah.
if you have a kid, what you will not give to your kid,
Exactly,
don't give
that's-
to,
yeah.
because I sometimes hurt myself by not sleeping, drinking, but I'll never do it to my kids. So.
It was a pleasure interviewing these guys, you know. I'd like to mention one unique selling point that they mentioned in their video that I found was awesome and authentic. They're creating pre-made cocktails for different people, you know, which is cost effective for bars, or rather anybody that would like to have their own mojitos or any other mix in their home. So it was a pleasure doing an interview with DripLab and getting to know this unique business model that they built. One thing I'll say for sure is that Shenzhen is really young, and the fact that they're deciding to build a culture is brilliant from a brand, you know. Cultures define places, and they're defining Shenzhen in a unique way by connecting with people, a multicultural experience for a bar, which is brilliantly unique.
What advice would you give to anybody that would like to start such a brand?
That is
Our brand or like
Like,
a new
you
brand.
just say food and
F&B brand?
Yeah.
Have to be from the heart, man. Have to be from the heart. Like, why we are successful in what we do is like we fucking love it, man. Like, what was it? We started building a bar maybe in December, and like halfway we got caught by coronavirus. Everything got closed, but we were lucky that we were on the street, so they didn't quarantine this part. So basically, two of us, we locked ourselves here for like 2 months, and then Francis our only like contact with the world. So he will bring everything that we need, and everything you see in here is built by our own hands, like all the sofas, the pipes, the tables, the floor, everything is handmade, right?
All the seafoods left because of coronavirus. So
It was like buy things on Taobao if they can deliver. You watch YouTube how to do it, and build stuff. But this really required love. This is not something you do, We did it like we didn't get any money for it. It was ours. It was like our baby project, right? And of course, I think that's the main thing is just do it from your heart.
okay. F&B industry is a really tough market, especially in Shenzhen. It's a city with 21 million people, but every corner there is a restaurant or a bar, and every month there is a new bar, new restaurant opening. So you really need to keep your product updated. You need to be very strong in marketing and know how to market your product. You cannot just serve food anymore. You have to serve special food or have a special price or have
Give an
something,
experience.
something original, because customers have such a wide choice that they are not going to choose just something normal. They will, we go here because the food is, this dish is good, or because it's cheap, or because they have live music.
Unique is that everything is experimental, and then you have to sign a waiver before you drink, because if you die, it's not our responsibility.
No, we use a lot of laboratory equipment to reach the maximum purity of a flavor or alcohol. You need to test it. You need to really run it through machinery.
Okay.
A lot of alcohol in China is not reliable. It's not that the suppliers give you fake alcohol on purpose. Sometimes they don't even know that they have it, right? You can have a really good friend supplier, but he just buy from a distributor, and that distributor is giving him fake alcohol, but he don't know. So we have a machine called rotatory evaporator. We put our alcohol there every time we buy. We test samples, and if there is some sign of ethanol, like instead of methanol, no, if there is methanol instead of ethanol, sorry, we give it back and then change it for clean alcohol. It's really important for us because we, as he said, we aim for pure and good quality product. We don't want to do shit. We don't care about flowers. We don't care about bling bling. We want to give you something that is good. You can put it inside of your body and it doesn't harm you at all.
Okay. And what's your vision for the brand?
So our long-term vision for DripLab, actually, so to say, we do cocktails on draft, right? We should never. This is our core product. Our products is to serve people who probably have not the same resources as most people have. The resources could be like money, space, or even people like they don't probably know enough people to hire the right bartender, right? So this is where we actually come in. So our long term is to actually sell cocktails on taps for our customers, which could be owners of KTV, restaurants, bars, discos, who actually wants to have cocktails in their venue. They could actually even be airlines. That's actually we're going to very soon into. Imagine having a cocktail made for you at 40,000 feet, right? This is what we do actually. All our products can be stored in any packaging that we want to have. And then all you have to do is just open it and then just pour it into a glass with ice or without ice, depending on which cocktail you drink. So we want to expand, obviously, but to do that, there are some steps we have to take, which we're doing right now. And then this will tell you when we have everything ready.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say? Final words to the fans watching?
Well, our slogan is come here, let us experiment on you. and we will be very thankful for your contribution to the scientific community.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thanks.
Thank you for listening.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe, man.
Subscribe.
Everyone subscribe.
Click whatever Akio say to click to subscribe.
Like
Bottom
down,
left.
Thumbs up, yeah. Subscribe, or we will find you and kill you.
Okay. Like, he's lying. He's Catalan.
Keep watching for the next kinds of videos that are going to come up. That are going to be creative, innovative, you know. We're giving air to the voice to all the entrepreneurs, innovators in Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, and subsequently the world. So, 再见, and see you next time.